Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the new dark comedy starring Jack Black and James Marsden. The film is called The D Train, and I'm very surprised that this film, even before I saw it, I was very surprised that this movie had a pretty wide release for being a small little indie film that I think premiered maybe Sundance or some other film festivals recently. But a movie like this usually just gets put in limited release first, and maybe it expands. But for some reason, this movie was put into release of over 1,000 theaters all over the United States. So that really piqued my curiosity because I like the trailer to this movie. I like the story, I like the plot, and I like the cast. Even before I saw the film, I was excited to see this movie because of that. But now I'm really curious that I don't know what happened, but this movie got a lot of major, release. It got a huge release. What am I trying to say? Okay, so I saw it tonight. I saw it in a theater that's about less than 5 miles from my house. And sadly, it was a 7:15 showing, and I was the only one. Now, sometimes in that case, I'm kind of happy about that because I want to experience the movie and not have any distractions. But I felt like, I wish there was more people in the theater to see this film, even before I saw the movie. Whether it was good or bad, I felt like I wanted to have more people at least watching this movie, because there's got to be a reason why it has over 1,000 theaters. It's playing in over 1,000 theaters. Well, the film stars Jack Black, who's kind of a loser type, though. He's pretty successful. He has a great job. He has a great wife. He's got 2 children. He's part of this committee to get people to come to their 20th anniversary, reunion, whatever. It's coming up. It's been 20 years since all these people graduated from high school, and you just can't find any success with that. Even the people that he works with in that capacity, they don't even have respect for him. But he finds out he's watching TV one day after a very depressing day, and he sees a guy who's played by James Marsden, who he knew in high school, and now is at this huge commercial. He's selling banana boat sunscreen, whatever. So he's excited. He says, if I can get this guy, I got to go down to LA and I got to get this guy to come to the reunion. If that's the case, then everybody will show up. So he decides to go to LA, gets in way over his head. The plot thickens, and that's all I'm going to say from here. I don't want to spoil anything. I like the vibe of this movie, and maybe it didn't help that it had an 80s soundtrack using 80s music and a lot of synthesizers with its score, that it felt like, even though this movie is centered in today, it's definitely a modern tale, it felt like I was watching an 80s movie thanks to this killer soundtrack. And that's what I really liked from the moment this movie started. I think Jack Black, I had sympathy for his character, even though he's making some terrible decisions at work and with his family that will have major repercussions throughout the film, that I felt like, how is he going to get out of this? I like the chemistry that he had between James Marsden. Once he meets James Marsden's character and Jack Black, and what happens to them, I didn't expect. This is a pretty dark comedy. It goes into places that you don't really expect, that weren't that predictable. There's some moments of the film where I felt were a little predictable, but other times it was like, how can this movie surprise me? You went there. Wow, that's a risk, and I don't know if it paid off or what, but I'm kind of glad that you went there. I think the movie like this kind of needed to go in a weird route, because we're in the dark comedy world. I don't know if movies take these kind of risks anymore, especially where this film goes. And I think some people will like it and other people will not. I felt like it gave a movie a little more intrigue to it, and made me wonder how the Jack Black character was going to get out of the situation, because he is definitely digging himself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. Yeah, a hole. Woo! So anyways, I like Jack Black, and it's nice to see him be in more movies like this. This is the Jack Black that I miss seeing in the theater. I love the movie Bernie. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it on cable and on DVD, and I have it on Blu-ray now. And I loved him in that film. But I'm tired of seeing the Jack Black that we've kind of gotten the last few years with movies like Gulliver's Travels. I can't think of anything else. Only Gulliver's Travels comes out, and that was just like, I think Jack Black is a really interesting talent, and I'd like to see him in more movies that take more risks and chances like this film did. Some pay off, some don't. But overall, I like the vibe of this movie. I like the hero's journey. I like the relationships he had with other characters who were played in the movie by Mike White, who is a great writer. Not a writer of this, but he also produced this. And then we got Catherine Hahn, who plays his wife, and Jeffrey Tambor, who plays his boss. The supporting cast was just as good and interesting as the starring cast. And I like where this movie goes sometimes, and how it wraps up in the end without giving anything away. So overall, I enjoyed this film. I would give it a recommendation. It is a slightly great film. I think it could have been even better if some of the things kind of panned out differently in the final act. But overall, thought it was a great film, that it worked out and made you like a character, especially some characters that were quite unlikable at times. And for that, I am going to give The D Train, I am going to give the film a slight 3.5 stars out of 4. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.